Hey guys, so today I'm gonna actually be changing the fuel filter for the Civic. It looks like it's still the original fuel filter, and if it is, it's way overdue for change. I have been experiencing some idle issues, so I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with the fuel filter being dirty or something like that. But it doesn't hurt to change it. It's part of regular maintenance anyways. So let's get to it. So here are some of the parts that I'll be using. Here's the fuel filter. It's a Fram filter that I got. And I have some copper washers just in case I need them. I think this should have come with some copper washers, but I'm not 100% sure. Here's the fuel filter. It does come with only 2 washers. Well, I do need 4 washers for this kind of setup, so these might not be the right ones. These might not work just having 2, but I do have a washer kit here anyways, and in worst case scenario I'll just reuse the old ones, and as long as they don't leak then I should be okay. But yeah, let's start getting to installing this. As you can see, this is where the fuel filter location is. It's down here, so I'm going to have to move some of this stuff out of the way, especially the charcoal canister and all the lines for it. Maybe all I have to do is unclip it. I don't want to really disconnect it or anything. But yeah, this is the location of the fuel filter. And we're basically going to have to remove this bolt here, banjo bolt, and these bolts. All right. So first things first, let's just relieve the pressure in the gas tank, or up here, but it's better to release the gas tank pressure first. So what I'm gonna do is just pop this, tighten back. Next, I'm gonna loosen up the service bolt. So I'm just gonna get some tools. All right, so there are 2 banjo bolts here. Well, this one's a 17 mil. This one's also a 17 mil. It was pretty tight to try to get this one off. So what I did was I just used a impact, and it just came right out. So then behind here, there's going to be another 10 millimeter bolt that you're going to have to get at. It's kind of hard to see right there. And that would pull the whole fuel filter out. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the lines first, and then that bolt for the fuel filter, and just pop the whole thing out. And then you carefully just pull the fuel filter out. Now let's have a look at the 2 fuel filters. All right, so that's the old one right there, and this is the new one. They look pretty similar. It's just that this one has all this wording on it, and this one doesn't have as much wording. This looks like an OEM one, even has SH3 on here. Just be careful when you take it out. It is filled with gas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap this tag over there. Kind of like having this tag there. And then we're going to start putting this in. So the washers that came with it look kind of thin and crappy. So what I'm going to do is just replace it with the washers that I already have. These are a lot thicker. They're right size, like circumference wise, the inner diameter, but these are much more tiny. All right, so I actually decided to reuse the old washers because they looked fine. Hard to focus. Yeah, I reused the old washers because they look fine. They may leak, but I'm gonna torque them down right now, and then we'll just have to take a look and monitor it to make sure it's not leaking. Those bolts need to be torqued down at 16 foot-pounds. So I'm just gonna get my torque wrench. And there you go, guys. That's the new fuel filter all installed. So how I tightened these is I just held onto this line while I torqued it down. So I did torque it down to about 17 foot-pounds. They were originally 16, but torqued an extra pound because I reused the old washers. I'm just praying that it doesn't leak, but you never know. But that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.